And with Huntsville's growth comes added challenges for one group helping those at risk of homelessness. News 19's Lauren Layton tells us more.
Family Services Center provides a number of anti-poverty and family strengthening programs in the Huntsville area. One of those is the LIFT Housing Program. Joining me to talk more about it is the LIFT Housing Director, Sherry McFerrin. So tell me a little bit more about the housing program and what you all offer.
Certainly. So the LIFT Housing Program is known as the Living in Family Transition Program. So essentially there's two components to it. We have an emergency shelter side, and we also have what's called the affordable housing side. So our emergency shelter side are 10 units of scattered site apartment style living units, which are considered emergency shelter. And the whole goal of having someone stay in our emergency shelter is when we have a family who has run into an unfortunate circumstance and has fallen on hard times. Families that we take in are literally homeless, and there are different categories of literally homeless, but we will take any family who has come in and is in need of services in that regard. Then on the other side of the LIFT program, we have the affordable housing side, and that is 9 units of scattered site, either homes, condos, or apartment style. And the affordable housing side of things is slightly different because we can have a family who comes in and really the only requirement is that they don't make over a certain amount of money per year.
And what are some of the difficulties you're seeing when you're trying to place these families and difficulties that they're facing when they come to you?
Well, a lot of times when we are working with families, what we're seeing is that they're coming out of multiple traumatic experiences. It could be a loss of income, a loss of a family member whose main source of income was what kept the family going. So when we bring them in, we're sort of meeting them where they are, and we do our very best to do a holistic approach to whatever barriers they might be facing, providing resources, encouragement, and case management to help these clients and families, get to a place where they have some clarity.
Is there anything our area could do to make your job easier?
We're building and growing on a very high caliber, and we've got a lot of people that are coming into our area who cannot afford the particular lifestyle that Huntsville is building itself around. And we're facing what I consider a lack of affordable housing for those who may work in the service industry, or for those who may not be an engineer or a doctor. What I'm noticing too is a lot of the clients that I counsel are coming to me in a panic because they're renters. Their current rent might have been $800–900 a month. Their lease is up in 3 or 4 months, and they've gotten a notification from their landlord that their rent is going to double. And a lot of people are feeling pressed and stressed and nervous about the fact that this moment is coming when I'm going to have to go somewhere else, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find a place that I can afford to live.
Well, Sherry, thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely.
And if anyone watching this would like to learn more about Family Services Center and LIFT, just visit our website, WHNT.com. Click on the On Air tab, head to Nude Interviews, and go on this story.